Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy February. February 1st. Let's get to it. It is Percocet and coffee. Like percolating coffee. I was thinking of a pun, something clever to put together, and maybe we'll have that figured out by next Sunday if I keep doing this. I'm Chris, and I'm kind of nursing a broken leg and just kind of doing this stuff for fun, playing songs, and I realized I'm going to run out of songs. I probably have maybe 100. Like I did 3 of them in the last video, and I'm like, I better slow down a little bit or start writing more. And I'm working on a few. But I just thought I'd start out every video, some thoughts. Mainly I've just been doing a lot of doom scrolling for the past 9 years. And it's a roller coaster, of peaks and valleys, of changing opinions and revelations, and boy, I'm not the same I was. My thoughts politically 10 years ago, and I tried to be pretty open-minded. My main thing is just journalism, seeing how it's just fallen apart. So, minor kind of journalism person in my college days, but I take it very seriously, and I forgot how difficult it was to track down stuff, and even just Googling things is kind of crazy. And just the way it's so like politicized now. Like I was trying to get information on the 5-year-old kid, the Spider-Man backpack, Pokemon hat kid, and his father, which were taken away from Minnesota to Texas, because today they were released, which is good. All the attention was on the kid, though. It's really cute picture and extremely sad, and he's not doing well in this notoriously shitty detention center in Texas, Dilly, I think it's called. But those aren't really the facts. Those are, the heartstrings. And so I really had to what's the status with this guy? What did he do? What's going on? And everything Iran was illegal alien. And that term just doesn't seem right to me, I don't think. I just don't think that's right, and it took me a long time to find out he was applying for asylum. And the headline, when I finally got to it, it's like Trump wrote it. It says, this guy, Adrian, was released, all in caps, by Biden. I'm like, well, that's the system. That's the system we've had in place for I don't know how long. You come here, you're like, hey, I need help, and you go about your business. We know where you are. You go to work, don't get into trouble, show up for your dates, and obviously we've all seen they've got the ICE and Border Patrol at the courts. They even got that one judge. I don't know what her status is right now, but yes, I do. Yeah, she was found guilty. So we got to check that out. I'll check that up and see what's going on with her, if she's actually locked up. You would think a judge, no, but I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments if you know what's happening about that. But yeah, it's plain to see just basic Google. So I'm going to have to figure out a better way to get middle of the road information, because it's both sides too. My feed is just sensational headlines about Trump destroyed by this revelation. This ends Trump. I can't think of anybody right now. But, this celebrity crushes Trump in this tirade. And it's always nothing. And if you click on it, you're like, damn it, it's nothing all the time. And I have to subscribe from a lot of people who I originally enjoyed listening to, and they just got too clickbaity, I guess. And I don't know, but for me, I don't need all that. I guess a lot of people do, but like just the facts, you can put your 2 cents, your adjectives. You can cuss about like, God damn it, Trump, this, that. Sure, why not? But eviscerates, rawr, headshot. Rawr. Anyway, the thing, I was looking at all the headlines, like, what's the thing most troubling to me from the entire week, if I had to wrap it up? And I would say it was the feds raiding Fulton County, Georgia's voting headquarters, especially Tulsi Gabbard, who has no jurisdiction fucking around with U.S. citizens and especially voting rights. And I think they took over 100, if not hundreds, of boxes. And the stuff's gone. Like, it's just gone. And we'll never know. And I am too dumb, or uninformed, I should say, to ascertain the implications, the horrifying possibilities of this raid. As most people could guess, Fulton County is primarily a black voting district. So what they're going to do with the voting records, it's not good, And I listen to one of my favorite podcasters, Allison Gill. And I will do this right. If I do this right, I'll have in the show notes a link to her. But I listen to her Daily Beans podcast Monday through Friday. And it's up at like 5 a.m. So it's just so calming to me. She's got that NPR voice, and she delivers news that I'm interested in a way that appeals to me. So there's definitely confirmation bias built into that, I'm sure. I try to be aware of it, but I need that. I need that for my morning to go through it. And she does a lot of other podcasts. She's well respected. But she was a little bit in the conspiracy side, and that is not like her during the podcast I saw yesterday with her. But you can check it out if you're interested in that. And other than that, if you saw Nicki Minaj with Donald Trump holding hands at a briefing, this just distraction, nonsense stuff. But it was reported that she got the Trump gold card free. The $1 million card, which seems antithetical to the whole operation of getting rid of people. And people are actually working, on farms or restaurants and not committing crimes. And then anybody, like criminals, can now just buy the card because like, oh, if you have money, then you can come on in. And but it turns out true. It's not true. She was waving a card around like, I got the card. But she has been a resident for 20 years already, which means she can't vote. She's not a citizen, but she is a resident. And I think she is almost done with her process or just had finished her process. But there's some shit about her picture of Chucky going like this, and like, fuck you, I'm a citizen now. Nonsense. But if that's where I'm like, I get so enraged about stupid shit, and then I gotta dig into this. I'm like, okay, this is just a distraction. It's garbage, and not true. It's not true. I think the main thing for me is voting rights, and will we be able to vote? I'm not sure. I think most people are saying, of course we will vote again. Of course. How legitimate it will be, I don't know. If you have to walk through a gauntlet of men in masks who demand to see your ID before you go in there, that's going to be problematic, I would think. That doesn't sound like a note. A chord, I should say. All right, let's see if I can just decipher my chicken scratch this morning. In the shower, I tend to write songs more in a Broadway style. And I'm like, I'm going to finally decipher, like, present it as a musical. And I never do because I'm so limited with skills on my guitar. So it always just comes in with the same chords. It's really the same song, maybe flipped around sometimes. And my eyesight is very poor. And frequently my handwriting is even worse. So we'll just see how this goes. This is just for fun anyway. It's a start of a song. I've been listening to a lot of Earth to Eve. And if you don't know her, I'll try to attach some of her stuff. But she'll just do a piece of a song, which people have told me, don't do that. Must be a finished product before you give it out. But as you can see, this is just, this is me. This is all I got. This is me rolling out of bed. I actually took a shower today. Just not a whole lot to do. Not a lot of reason to take a shower these days, since I'm usually nursing my broken leg. All right. People don't like rats and mice, but guinea pigs they say are nice. If you want some of my advice, just get a fish, if you wish. Now people don't like assholes, sure, but hop on in and I'll give a tour. Homophobic, racist slurs abound in my town. So many assholes driving around in cars. So many assholes talking loud in bars. Assholes more numerous than the night full of stars. If you wonder if you're an asshole, then probably you are. Okay, there's my song quota for the day. And thanks for watching. Subscribe. There's my stroke stuff coming in. Subscribe. Like. Comment. And have a very good rest of your Sunday if you're getting this today. And I'll see you soon. Take care.